Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mathilda. So guys, today is a sunscreen video and I'm going to be reviewing the Isntree hyaluronic acid watery sun gel. So if you would like to know everything about this sunscreen right here, if it leaves a white cast, if it doesn't leave a white cast, everything about the sunscreen, then keep on watching. This sunscreen has an SPF of 50 with UVA and UVB protection. It claims to be non-irritating. It contains 8 types of hyaluronic acid and it replenishes moisture. This sunscreen retails for $26.50 and in shop it get for 7,144 naira. Obviously, if you're buying from a Nigeria vendor, the price is going to vary, but this is how much I got mine. I'm not gonna do too much talking. Let's go straight on to the application. This is the sunscreen right here. It comes in this carton and let's open it up. This is the sunscreen right here. So guys, you saw the application right there. I used the 2-finger method because if you're applying your sunscreen, you should be using the 2-finger method. If not, you're not going to be using the adequate amount that's going to give you maximum protection. I talk about this detailed in my sunscreen video, which you should definitely check it out right here. And let's talk about the pros and the cons of the Isntree hyaluronic acid watery sun gel. Let's talk about the finish of the sunscreen. That is the first thing you're going to notice when you see this sunscreen on my face. The finish, as you can see, it does not leave a matte finish. So I will not be the one to tell you if that's a pro or a con. It's personal preference. Now, it just feels like there's water on my face because of how dewy it looks. But one thing I'm going to say is it feels lightweight. Like, it doesn't feel like I applied anything. Some sunscreen, when you apply it on your face, it just feels heavy and it makes you kind of discouraged to want to apply sunscreen on your face. This just feels like a regular skincare product. It doesn't feel like sunscreen. And guys, this is not a first impression. Obviously, I've been using this sunscreen for a while now because I don't want to just come here and give you guys lackluster information. Sometimes I use the sunscreen with my normal skincare product, moisturizer and all that, but most of the times I use the sunscreen alone because of how hydrating and moisturizing it is. This finish is, I wish it was matte, but it isn't. So what are we going to do about it? If you like this finish, then you can definitely go for the sunscreen. Personally, I like sunscreens that leave a matte finish, so that is that on the finish. The next thing is this sunscreen does not leave a white cast. No white cast at all, guys. No freaking white cast anywhere. Like, white cast who? White cast where? Where's the white cast gonna come from? So if you guys remember, I did a video on the different type of sunscreens that doesn't leave a white cast. Check it out here. This sunscreen was featured in this video and I just want to be reviewing all the sunscreens one by one so you guys will know which one to choose. But this sunscreen, white cast where? No white cast at all. The texture of the sunscreen is pretty good. Although the name of the sunscreen is sun gel, you will expect it is a gel, but it looks like a lotion, but it feels like a gel because of how lightweight it is. So that is something that I really applaud for this sunscreen. And I like the fact that it has hyaluronic acid, so that attributes for the hydrating and moisturizing feeling of the sunscreen. Guys, I really love the feeling of the sunscreen. This sunscreen is best if you have dry or normal skin, but if you have oily skin, it's okay for oily skin. It's not bad for oily skin, because I have oily skin and I can definitely work with the finish of this sunscreen. But if you know that this type of finish is a no-no for you, then this sunscreen is definitely not for you. Another thing I like about the sunscreen is that this sunscreen does not irritate your eyes. It doesn't burn your eyes. When they said this sunscreen is non-irritating, they were right. Because guys, you saw me in my application. I applied the sunscreen on my eyes. If it was some sunscreens, I will not even be able to apply it very close to my eyes because it will already start hurting me. But this sunscreen, you see, I'm applying it on my eyes. It's non-irritating. So another thing I like about this sunscreen is that it contains niacinamide, which means it's going to be good for oil control. And if you have acne prone skin, this sunscreen might be something you might want to look into because of the presence of niacinamide, which will help with oil control. I also like the fact that this sunscreen is not just sunscreen. It contains ingredients that would also soothe your skin and help your skin out. So even though it's giving you that sun protection, it is also helping your skin by nourishing it because of the presence of these other ingredients like niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. So that is a pro for me. Now guys, I'm going to reapply the sunscreen so you guys will see how well the sunscreen reapplies throughout the day. Remember, you should be reapplying your sunscreen every 4 hours. So I will show you how well it applies. Just hold on. Now, anything that has advantage also has disadvantage. Now let's talk about the cons of this sunscreen. First con for me, when I open the sunscreen, is the size. This sunscreen is so small, guys. This sunscreen is 50 ml. Skincare experts tell us to apply sunscreen with the 2-finger method, or some even say the 3-finger method. Now, this sunscreen is so small, so I will not even blame people if they don't do the 2-finger method, because if you're doing the 2-finger method every day, guys, this sunscreen is going to run out. Like, what are we going to do with 50 ml? Skincare companies, if you want us to be applying our sunscreen with 2-finger method, please make the product bigger. Like, what are we going to use 50 ml with? Like, when I opened this product, I was underwhelmed by the size, because another thing was the air. It felt like this product was 50% product, 50% air. I don't even know if it's actually going to be that 50 ml, because I don't know, maybe the air is for preservative, but see, like, guys, look at how well I can press the sunscreen till something comes out. Nothing. Okay, something came out, but you get the gist. The product is too small. It almost feels like, you know, when you buy a snack and half of the snack is air and you open it and it's a very small product. Like, maybe you buy cornflakes, you know, the way it's only the bottom that has the cornflakes and the rest is just air. That's just how it feels. So please, we've seen a good sunscreen, at least make it bigger. Please, can you do that for us, please? Guys, look at the size difference. This is the Archery sunscreen. The Archery sunscreen is 100 ml, so this is basically 2 times the size of this. Although this sunscreen is better than this, but please, skincare companies, make the sunscreen bigger. We don't got no money. You want me to be buying sunscreen every 2 weeks? Are you kidding me right now? Don't try to play with us like that. So guys, before I give you my final thoughts on this sunscreen, let me reapply this sunscreen. I'm not gonna wash my face. I'm just going to assume I have gone about my day. I've applied the sunscreen in the morning and it's afternoon, and I want to reapply the sunscreen. So I want to show you guys how the sunscreen reapplies. Does it reapply well? Let's find out. So guys, another thing I noticed about this sunscreen is that if you leave it on, after spreading it across your face, it will start melting into your skin. I don't know if you guys are already noticing it, but I haven't blended it. I just placed it on my skin and it's already blending into the skin. So you don't even have to put in too much work in just blending. You can just apply it all over your skin and it will start to fade away. Guys, can you see? So sometimes when I don't have the patience to blend it in, I'll just apply it all over, make sure it covers my face and my neck, and just go about my day inside the house though. I'm not gonna go outside with the face like that, but I'll just be doing other things, and before 2 to 3 minutes the sunscreen melts into my skin. So that is something I like about it. Are you guys noticing that it's already melting into my skin as I'm talking? So guys, I don't have the patience to wait. I don't have all day. Let me just blend out the rest, but you get the gist. It melts into your skin, so you don't have to do too much blending. So let me just do the blending by myself. Guys, before I tell you my final thoughts, I want you guys to see something now. You saw that I applied almost 4 fingers of sunscreen. If you combine the first set I did and the one I just did right now, it's basically using 4 fingers of sunscreen, and there is literally no white cast. Remember I told you in my video about sunscreen that if your sunscreen is having a white cast because you are using 2 fingers, then it's not a good sunscreen. Because if the sunscreen truly doesn't have a white cast, no matter the amount that you apply on your face, you should not be seeing a white cast. So does this prove to you guys that there is almost no relationship between the quantity of sunscreen and the white cast it produces? Can you guys see that now? Okay, I hope I have convinced you and not confused you that your sunscreen is the problem. Go find another sunscreen and be using it. Okay, so guys, what are my final thoughts on the Isntree hyaluronic acid watery sun gel? First of all, what is the sunscreen? This is a chemical sunscreen with an SPF of 50. Good amount of SPF. The sunscreen does not leave a white cast, and overall, this sunscreen is a good sunscreen. It is good for what it is. The sunscreen did not claim to be anything that it isn't. They didn't say that this sunscreen is going to mattify your skin, and they said it was going to hydrate your skin, it's going to be moisturizing. So there was really no lies in the claim. So this sunscreen is good for what it is. I can even recommend this sunscreen for oily skin because of how lightweight the finish is. Now the question is, would me, with Mathildaduku, would I be repurchasing the sunscreen? Yes, I will. I would be repurchasing the sunscreen. Although I'm not a big fan of the finish, I wish the finish was a matte finish, even though it's not matte, but not this hydrating. I would be repurchasing it because of how lightweight it is. Guys, I really like the sunscreen. I'm not even capping. I like the sunscreen. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't ramble too much. If you guys want to see me outside of YouTube, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, all Mathildaduku. If you are in Nigeria and you want to get the sunscreen, I have a video where I talked about different places you can get original skincare product from. I'll leave a card right here. But if you guys don't want to go through the stress of looking for where a particular skincare product is, just send me a message on Instagram. I'm going to source whatever skincare products you're looking for, obviously at a fee. It's not free, but I'm going to keep the stress away from you. I'll help you to buy it, and all you just have to do is just say this is what I want and I'm gonna deliver it for you. If you guys want to know more about skincare, you can check out my skincare playlist right here. I'm also going to leave a playlist of all my skincare videos right here for you guys, and I'm also going to leave another skincare video where I talked about the best sunscreens without a white cast right here. So you should definitely check it out if you're looking for a sunscreen without a white cast. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye.